Something good about Git is that we can use it in any operating system, whether it is Windows, Linux, or macOS. In my case, I have a Windows machine, but the examples that we're going to do in this course can also be done on Linux or macOS. In order to install Git, we have to come to this page. We are going to choose the download that corresponds to our OS. Again, in my case, I'm using Windows, so I will click on that. And I can choose whether the 32-bit version or the 64-bit version. In my case, I will choose 64. And we're going to see that the download will start. Alright, so it has finished, so I will click on it. Alright, so as we can see, this is basically a simple wizard. Let's click on next. I will choose these options. I want the Git Bash, the Git UI, and I will leave all of these checked. So this should be fine. Now let's click on next. I will use Visual Studio Code as my default editor. So let me click on next. I will leave this as it is, so next. Again, I will choose this option. I will leave this option, the recommended option, and next. I will leave this as it is, next, 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 next again, and install. Alright, so I can remove this, and I will click on finish. Excellent, now I want us to open a terminal so that we can make sure that Git was indeed installed. In the case of Windows, I can press the Window key R, and we're going to get this pop-up, and I will write cmd, or we can use PowerShell, but in my case, I will use cmd. So I have this terminal here, and in order to verify that we indeed install Git, we're going to issue the following command: git version, enter, and we're going to see that indeed, in our case, we have version 2.47. Of course, in your case, it may be a later version, but it doesn't matter because all of the examples of this course will work in any version. Alright, so we're done, so we can continue.